Hello again to all my beautiful collective. So, as you know, as I mentioned earlier, for those of you who keep up with, I have to stop for a second to make sure it's going. But with that being said, this is the T on my air signs. Now, that one was for my collective who is in a no contact situation with a air sign. This one is just T on air signs, okay? And it's going to be for you whenever it's for you, because I was not intending to do the T readings tonight on like based off the month. This is just something that I just chose to do for today. And I don't know when I'm gonna do this again. I don't even know why I decided to do it, but hey, whatever. I don't. It doesn't matter. But with that being said, Air Sign Collective, and this will inquire. This will include you if you are, or not. It's not. You may be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Okay, but this is for my Aquarius, Libras, and Geminis, obviously. But anyway, let's make this happen. The first card that popped out is for my air sign collective, whether you are a feminine or masculine at this time, you have someone in their head as in regards to you in the situation that you, whatever type of situation you guys have going on at this time. This person is in a lot of overthinking energy, and they're so much so overthinking that it's causing them to stress out a lot and also overanalyze the situation a whole lot. So with them being in their head, a lot of this anxiety that they are experiencing is definitely coming from a self-induced place, my beautiful collective. So you are definitely on the top of someone's hit list, but it's not like a hit list. It's just you just on their man a lot. Because I see that they are crying over you, they're sad, hurt, and upset, and etc. And whatever comes with that, that's how they feeling. And I feel like they are having all of these emotions like as a whole and all, like they having all these emotions at the same time. They actually could, you actually do literally have someone who is crying over you. I don't know what happened. You probably could have looked at them as a waste of time, and with waste of time we have stuck with no change and limited, and I feel like it was like a limitation on how far that y'all can go within a relationship, air sign collective. And a part of the limitations that they have been having is that they definitely could be someone who experiments with bad habits. These bad habits could be drugs and addictions, and if it's not drugs and addictions, a bad habit that they are dealing with is being just toxic, period. And with that being said, you deem them as being someone that could have been a waste of time to you because you felt like that you were stuck in this situation and it wasn't changing. And whatever type of change it was very, very little change. So but with that being said, you guys could be in a no contact situation, because that's kind of like what I'm getting, which is why they've been in their head so much about this situation. Also, I'm seeing legal issues. They could have been someone who did deal with addictions, drugs, etc., as including those bad habits and those, by them dibbling and dabbing and those type of things, it could have led them to have some legal issues. We have court, and with that individual statue with the eyes covered and the scales in their hand, I'm also relating it to the Two of Swords energy. And because they always were in this drug induced substance abuse type of vibe, it caused them to have like fogged comprehension, not really able to make good decisions. I feel like they're another part of their bad habits and their toxic ways is just not making the best decisions in relationships, and in general, due to what they have going on. And with that being said, you just felt like that if you continue to entertain that situation, you would have been stuck within that situation. But nonetheless, whatever these bad habits is, it's something that definitely could have ended them in having to go to court, deal with judges. It could be immigration, and they just possibly could just need a lawyer. And then when I thought about lawyer, another thing that I picked up with this person being in their head over you due to these, with struggling with these bad habits, is that you could be trying to divorce this person in general. You guys, it could have been, if you are a feminine air sign, you could have actually had a girl fight. But in general, I'm not even picking up a girl fight, but I am picking up an argument I'm just picking up an argument. For a few of you guys is a feminine energy, and even for the guys, don't get caught up on the fact that they say girl. But I'm definitely picking up a fight. I'm getting about an argument. I'm getting a physical fight at war, and I'm not necessarily getting competing, but I'm definitely getting like y'all that could have been something that was a toxic issue which ended you guys in being in court and ultimately ended their relationship, because they could have been someone who was domestically abusive. And with that being said, you could have pressed charges on this person this time, and now they could be in jail in their head regarding this situation. And it all could have stemmed from an argument. My air sign collective, we have scarcity tactics, and I feel like with scarcity tactics, I'm not necessarily picking up scarcity tactics, but when they was like drunk and high, they probably could have came at you on some time like they was tired of you, or if you want to leave, then leave. I heard like y'all could have been having an argument because of their bad habits, because of the abuse, and this person could have said something like, if you want to leave, then leave. And I feel like they said this a lot. And with the scarcity tactics and with this crying over you, the last time or the last couple times they said that, they challenged you. And I feel like this particular time when they challenged you, you actually left this time. And I'm just picking up, they kind of like called your bluff in some shape, form, or fashion, and you actually acted on it. Because I feel like they just called your bluff, like thought you weren't going to do it until you did it. I see love on the brain, dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, and nostalgic. And I cannot help but feel like air sign that this looked like somebody who actually could be incarcerated behind these drug issues. And now all they doing is being stuck in the head, because I just feel like they got wherever they at with a wasted time. I'm also picking up that they got a lot of time on their hands as well. They just got a lot of time on their head because they're in jail, obviously. And they could have got a nice amount of time too. Love on the brain. And with this being said, this person just think about you a lot while they're away. Because for a lot of y'all, I am definitely picking up that this person is definitely in jail. This person has created fake accounts while in jail as well. Some of you, they may not be in jail, but a majority of the air signs who I'm tapping into at this time, this person is definitely in jail. We have this person that has created fake accounts, fake social media accounts to spy Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. So they also then created some fake social media accounts. Then we have a stalker stalking, watching, and they're very much upset, especially if they're in jail. All they can do is stalk, watch, and be obsessed with your energy. And I feel like you forgave them over and over again, but it just feel like with the waste of time and bad habits, every time you forgave them, it's kind of like they always kind of eventually gravitated to the same toxic bad habits just in general, which is why ultimately you could have felt like it was just going to ultimately end up being a waste of time, my beautiful collective. And that's the tea on you for today. And then we have Forcer, and that's why I say I'm even picking up, it could have been a physical altercation. I'm actually getting like domestic violence. Because they could get drunk and high and like get aggressive, and I feel like this time they probably kind of took it too far, and you could have ended up calling the authorities, because we do have the Forcer that came up, which is forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. And they could have been on some drunk shit and came to your house on some drunk shit and forced their way in their home after an argument, and you could have called the police. And they could be someone who basically is very familiar with like going to jail. They also could have been someone who already had charges as well. And so for them to act out like that, I definitely pick up they kind of forced your hand, because also when I see force, I'm definitely picking up like they kind of forced your hand. I'm definitely picking up that they was like in some type of high or like vibe going this particular time that y'all had this argument. They probably could have tried to force their way in your home, and you end up calling the police on them. I feel like you did ask them to leave nicely, but when you asked them to leave nicely, they did not leave. And now all they can do, dirty offer. And with dirty offer, that's what I'm saying. It's like for so long, they'll do good, and then eventually, due to these bad habits and wasting time, also getting like cycles, a lot of toxic on again, off again cycles. It was just a bogus, dirty, toxic ass offer. And it's only because they're just not in a good place in general, looking for dirt on you or vice versa. But I'm not necessarily picking up that, but I do get dirt digging. And basically they could even be trying to like what they call that, project certain aspects on you. But I feel like whatever they've been looking for with this stalking energy, they have been unsuccessful in finding, my air sign collective, whether you are a feminine or a masculine energy. And once again, if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay, my beautiful, beautiful collective. Other than that, y'all have a beautiful, blessed night. Empress Matt out. Thanks. Bye.